Hey folks, Keric here, and since Tera Online is having its first closed beta event in Europe this weekend, I thought I'd do a few videos of it. First things first, I'm going to be doing a quick video on the graphic settings in game. Mainly in terms of the kind of levels of the generic sort of graphics slider, rather than going into specifics. I'm sure you all know what anti-aliasing and stuff like that is. So let's start off currently on the highest setting. Have a little bit of a look. As you can see, the character textures are quite nice. Textures on the clothes and things, pretty good. Vegetation looks pretty much like it should, really. Moss and things on the walls, which is quite nice. Oh, hello. One of the things I do like about it is the trees in game actually look like trees, and not only that, they move about in the wind, as you can see off in the distance. This is the beginner area, which is pretty much a basin surrounded by waterfalls. Great big massive pink tree in the middle. Not quite sure what it is or what it does yet, but it does look very pretty. Textures that they use for clouds and stuff are actually pretty nice as well. Really, the graphics in the whole game are fairly good. Certainly for an MMO. Let me see if I can do a couple of quick attacks. Basic sort of a fireball one. Fairly nice. There's a bomb toss. There's also a fire column. All of which is rather nice looking, to be fair. So let's have a quick look in the options menu. And there are 7 levels of graphics quality. These are kind of the generic slider that controls everything else. There are, of course, settings for texture quality, to do with characters, background, effects applied. Pretty much everything you'd expect from a normal game. But we're going to be having a quick look at the preset version. There are 7 levels, 0 to 6, 6 being top, which we're currently on. We slide it down to 0. Having seen it before, you can see the quality drops quite a lot. Textures for stone and things are very much flatter. Still get the moss, you still get the vines, you still pretty much get everything. Draw distance is obviously quite a lot less, and character textures are a lot smoother than they probably would be. The sky is also missing. Obviously it takes up a bit more processor power than anything else. Flame's still not too bad. Let's try the fire column. Yeah, not too bad, I suppose. Considering these are the absolute basic minimum kind of a setting. Okay, let's have a little bit of a step up. Let's take it up to 1. As you can see, there's very little change. The textures are a little bit better. A little bit more realistic, really, but we're still missing the sky. Quick check on attacks. A few more effects, I suppose. Display a little bit better. I seem to remember the main kind of distance stuff coming in about 2, so we'll have a look at that next. And there we go, yeah. So at that point you get sky, you get pretty much almost back to kind of a level 6 sort of detail there is. A bit more flatness to the clothes than there was. However, that's, to be fair, pretty playable. I wouldn't have any complaints about looking at that most of the day. If we have a look at something more medium. Oh no, I clicked the wrong thing. Lovely. So we'll try 4. As you can tell, it's mainly a little bit more about draw distance, and there is a little bit more detail there on the horns and certainly in the material. But certainly playable. Certainly wouldn't have any real issue with that. And just to finish up, we'll go back up to 6 again. Okay. One of the nice things actually that I do like about it, having played Warcraft for about 5 or 6 years, apart from obviously having trees that don't look like they were cut out of a paper book, is the ability to change stuff when in a group. That might not really make too much sense, but while you're playing on your own, you tend to have all the effects and things around you are controlled by you, whereas whenever you have a group of, say, 10, 15, 20 people, all firing off AoE effects, it can put quite a bit of drain on your graphics card. So having a setting that deliberately tackles that is kind of quite a nice thing, to be fair. I'm going to lose a lot of health jumping down here, unfortunately. But there is one more thing I want to show you on this video. As you can see, whenever he jumps, hang on, let me zoom out a bit, the cloth on his armour floats upwards, like there's a draft, which I actually think is a rather nice effect to put in. The other thing I want to show you very, very briefly, and this will be some crap combat now, so just to warn you, not to expect anything too good. Go on, get out of it, you fool. As soon as I kill this guy, in most MMOs I've played, whenever you kill something it basically dies. After a little amount of time the body just vanishes. One of the things I liked was this. There we go. That little smoke effect, smoke fire particle effect. That's nice, I've got to admit. So yeah, graphically, so far I'm really rather impressed. Certainly all you have to do is look up at any one point and see the sky above you to be kind of impressed. So yeah, I've been Keric the Pally. This has been a little bit of a look at the graphics options on Tera Online. You have a good evening now.